can be stated in 1,000 different ways, yet each one can be true. Truth can be stated in 1,000 different ways, yet each one can be true. You can even go a step ahead and say truth must always be stated in 1,000 different ways. Vivekananda has been a little too liberal upon us. He has just said that truth can be stated in 1,000 ways. Truth must be stated in 1,000 ways because the truth is fundamentally nothing. A statement of truth is just any statement arising from your pure nothingness. That nothingness has no agenda of its own, it only seeks expression. And the expression is always according to the situation, and because the world is always in a flux, so two situations are never the same. Which means one expression of truth can never be the same as another expression. That means not only truth can be stated in 1,000 ways, truth will necessarily be stated in 1,000 ways. Which means that even if one is talking on something in this moment, and the same topic and the same audience repeats itself an hour later, the talk is bound to be different. Which means that the truth is not going to follow even itself. Truth is such a rebel. Truth is such a non-conformist. One statement of truth is never going to be identical to the next statement. In fact, there are chances that one statement of truth can in fact contradict another statement of truth. So those who are looking for conformity or continuity or consistency are always going to be disappointed. In one situation, you state it in one way. In another situation, it emerges in another way. Because the truth fundamentally is an openness, an emptiness, a nothingness, a cleanliness. Truth is like a mirror. A well-polished, clean, shining mirror. In one moment, because the situation is white, the mirror will reflect
white.
Other moment, the situation is black, the mirror will reflect
black.
That is how the truth is. Neither it has to add something on its own, nor does it have to subtract anything on its own. It just reflects. Are you getting it?
So generally the statements which you call as a statement of truth, they are generally presented to us as facts. So, I mean, are
in the
facts
sense that they don't have opposites?
No. No, they might have opposites. But
they definitely have opposites. You see,
I want to know what is the difference between fact and truth. Is there a difference?
Fact is one thing. And the opposite of a fact will not be a fact. But the opposite of truth would again be truth. It is a fact that you are sitting here. Then it cannot be a fact that you are present on the terrace at this moment. But it is true that you are nothing, and it is equally true that you are everything. Truth contains within itself its own opposite also, because nothing lies outside of it. Fact is always a fragment, a littleness, observable through senses. Fact is always something that you can express within the finite limits of language. Fact is always about something little. Truth is neither perceivable through the senses, nor is it about something little, nor does it have an opposite, nor does it get contradicted or offended. In fact, when you say the truth, there can be no statement of the truth. You can only have statements arising from the truth. And when you are in the truth, then any and every statement arising from you is a statement of truth. It could be the most nonsensical and meaningless statement, and yet it would be a statement of truth. Seated in the truth, lovingly, you just utter something senseless to someone. It is the highest truth. You might say something which is not even within the comprehension of language. It is still the truth. The devotee says to his God, "You are my Lord." True. He next says, "You are my Father." True. He next says, "You are my husband." True. Next says, "You are my friend." True. Next he says, "You are nobody." True. Next he says, "You are abracadabra." That is also true. Seated in the truth, whatever comes out from you is the truth. And that is why truth is not verifiable. Because that statement in itself is meaningless. What matters is where that statement came from. The same statement coming from one center is a statement of truth. The same statement coming from another center is the ugliest deception. Your basic simplicity, innocence is truth. From there, just casually, effortlessly, do whatever you want to do. Whatever you do would be an action of truth. Whatever you say would be a statement of truth. The truth really cannot be contained in any statement, but an infinite number of statements will emerge from the truth. No one statement can have monopoly over the truth. Every single possible conceivable statement can be a statement of truth, provided it is coming from your inner peace. Arising from your peace, whatever you say is the
inner
truth.
So Prasad wants to ask, without knowing the fact, how can we decide what is truth?
You do not decide what is truth. You limit yourself to facts. And that is a nice thing that you are talking of. Do go into the facts as clearly and as honestly as possible. You leave the truth to itself. You do not burden yourself about judging the truth. The truth is anyway harassed with too many judges. You need not add one more. Limit yourself to facts. Look at the facts around you and look at the facts of your own life honestly, ruthlessly, and at the same time with compassion. Being ruthless does not mean being violent, it only means being detached. Very, very sharply, very purely, without any adulteration. Know what you are, how your life is like, what is really going on. That is called living in facts. If you do not live in facts, then you will live in fancies, imaginations. That will hurt. You may keep imagining that you are walking on a beautifully paved road. But if there is a pothole in front of you, imaginations will not save you. It will hurt. So, learn to live in facts. If you are living in facts, the truth will take care of you. In fact, unless the truth is taking care of you, you will find it difficult to live in facts. Limit yourself to facts. Just don't think of the truth. Leave the truth to itself. Don't bug it. You must have nothing to do with the truth at all. The truth is not at all your business. Don't bother about the truth.